hold a space, if possible, by the special grace of God, for all military personnel and ask one valid question. Must there be a casualty when there is ever a riot or a protest in Nigeria? Must there be a casualty? Is that how we're trained? It's not allowed. It shouldn't be. So I don't know if there is a wrong, although yes, in our WhatsApp group, I know we have bad eggs, just like some families will have bad eggs. I see them, the religious bigots and the APC, whatever. I see their rotics. So in building the structure we need to be able to achieve this new Nigeria we want, I would earnestly tell my colleagues, obedient wherever you are, please don't give up. We need numbers, and it starts with the voters. Anybody who is 18 years is entitled to start registering to have a voter's card. So I've advised my younger brother, my last born at home, once it's ready, he's going to start enlisting to get himself a voter's card in preparation for 2027. If we had 6 million, we need to triple it to have more by then. So this is just what I have in stock. I saw a document, a place for documentation, whatever I want to fulfill the document. Possibly that could be done as well. So thank you for bringing me up in the space. Thank you, sir, for all you've done for Nigeria, for giving us the view of hope in achieving the new Nigeria. Thank you very, very much, sir. I'm very grateful.
All right, thank you very much. Mambala, are you there?
I am, but I don't seem to be able to see speakers at the moment. I don't know what's going on. Have you brought some other people up? If you have,
you drop and come back.
Yeah, perhaps I'll do that then. Oh no, I can see them now. I can see them all of a sudden. If you're up on the stage, could you help me by raising your hand so that I can see that you're ready to speak? And again, it's 2 minutes, as much as possible. Okay, right. So I can only see one hand raised. Jack, is that you? Yes, Jack the Builder. All right, 2 minutes. Question or submission, please.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Madam Bolanle, and good evening, everyone. Your Excellency, good evening. Good to have you. Always a pleasure to be part of both online and offline meetings with you. I must say that the what you gave to us this evening for me is a big news. It is something that a lot of us have been clamoring for the longest, and I'm happy that you have yielded and I decided that we are going to go this path. I just have one suggestion, sir, which is I mean this is my personal opinion. I think that before this new structure is fully in place, I think that it is necessary that we still have maybe like maybe a conference or something where because again there are a lot of, if you look at the space right now, you see, okay, we have about 2,000 people, let's say 3,000 obedience, but there are a lot of leaders offline that don't even have access to internet, that really worked hard in the last election. I think personally that before we talk about the next level, it's important that we actually thank them, right? And say, for the work done the last time, well done. And then this is the new path that we think we should go going forward. This is something I think is important because, I mean, a lot of people also said that this is necessary at this point. That's just my submission. Thank you so much for, being with us at this point. Thank you.
Your Excellency, do you want to respond to that?
Hello?
Yeah, do you want to respond to what Jack just said?
Are you hearing me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, I'm hearing you very well.
Did you hear what Jack said?
Yes, I do. I'm listening.
Okay, yeah, so I wondered if you wanted to say anything to it.
Should I go ahead? Is everybody
Yes, you can
hearing
go
me?
I think yes, we can all hear you. Go
We can
ahead,
hear
sir.
you.
Okay. Jack, thank you very much for your suggestion. And I agree with you. And what I think we are going to do is to do all that simultaneously now, because that's part of the consultation. I'm going to say thank you to
Yes, everybody can hear you.
those people. If it's possible, Jack, like I said, if anybody says he wants me here, so and so place, to be able to meet this group of people and say thank you to them, that's it. And Jack, like we said, it is something all of us, including you, and I'm going to help to source out the people, all those people who helped. We don't want to leave anybody behind. We want everybody's involvement. But right now, we have need for a structure that can help us. And this structure is not like, in a political structure, it's not an inflexible thing. It's a flexible thing. In political structure, it's like a moving vehicle, transport vehicle, who will be picking passengers, some will be dropping, others will be joining, but we now need to move. There must be drivers who are driving this vehicle. Passengers are coming in and out, but that vehicle have a destination, and that's basically the structure. So we will have people who are going to pick if we live from Abuja to, and now maybe we're going to Lagos, but now we'll get to Lokoja, we'll find out there's some people who are good and they're ready, they'll pay for we'll continue. Then some people will say, okay, well, listen, we're tired because, like I said before, it's a long, tedious journey that requires all the sacrifice. But what you said, I hear it very well. And I'm sure we're taking notes and we'll be implementing it as we go along.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Jack. Next person to go will be Arewa Chick. Hey, Han, hope you're good. Do you want to unmute your mic and speak? Submission or
Yes,
question,
Mommy
2
B.
minutes.
Mommy B, good evening. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, Your Excellency, Peter Obi. It's such an amazing evening, and I think I am already excited. I feel uplifted with what I'm already hearing. Trust me, I, for one, when I saw the flyer, I was like, wait, why this shot is? And secondly, I was, what is this man coming to tell us that we've not heard before? Like, I was asking questions within myself. And then I'm also glad, Dr. Mo, that you didn't let the cat out of the bag, and we got to hear from His Excellency himself the plans for the structure. And I must say it's a very commendable, because right now it's very timely. That's what we all need right now because of the things that are happening. And I'll also suggest that in as much as we call ourselves obedience, we should also know that we now have a good number of people who have seen the light and who are ready to embrace good governance rather than lies, spaghetti, rice, or whatsoever that they use in buying people over. So we should also be accommodating and open to accepting these people, because we need the numbers, we need more people. It's not all about obedient. We have other good people who want good governance, who have seen the light and are willing and ready to embrace this. And like I said, let me commend this effort, and I hope that we get it right for once. And hopefully come 2027, we will do what needs to be done to get our country back. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Arewa Chick. Please, if you want to speak, please put your hands up so that I can know that you're actually ready to speak. Right. So the next speak is Dark Horse. 2 minutes. Question or submission. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Good evening, everyone. Welcome, Your Excellency, to this very important engagement. I'm proud of this. I have to especially thank the organizers of this forum, because it's timely and most of us are so happy, looking at the fact that people have been waiting for this kind of opportunity, as a booster after all we are going through, looking at what is happening in our nation today. Uh, the time has come, I believe, to stand together as brothers and sisters to make our party greater. Using this kind of forums, we can build on our cohesiveness, and going forward, we will remain than ever. So I'm happy these kinds of engagements are coming up. There must be mutual trust between all of us as brothers and sisters if we must succeed. I'm not going to say much. To our principal, Your Excellency Peter Obi, and other Labour Party leaders, of course, I want us to remember that if we do not act quickly, the destruction of our party is all but assured, looking at what is happening. And I hope these kinds of forums will provide solutions and way forward regarding making things better. We can use the obedient movement, for example, both as political fighting tool and a shield, if you understand what I'm saying. So I think the work begins now. I want to thank Your Excellency once more for coming to address issues, which is very important to us at the grassroots level. My name is Kamal Yusuf from Kano State. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Kamal Yusuf. Thank you. Mbola, are you there?
2 minutes. Take over for 2 minutes, please.
All right. Please, guys, if you're up here and you want to ask a question, please, your hands should be up. We have hundreds of requests, and we'll be doing injustice to the people that really want to ask questions. And if you have been brought up, please just do us a favor by raising up your hands so we know you want to ask a question. We have to drop you for other people to come up, please. Thank you. All right. Mr. Peter, do you want to respond to Kamal, or we can get more questions?
Go on.
So, do you want to? Okay. Let's go. Let's take more. Probably we run them in twos, then we circle back to you. All right. Chinom. So please, Chinom. So you have the space. Please, in 2 minutes, you can ask a question or your brief submission. Thank you.
Okay, sorry, please can you hear me?
You're audible. Go on, sir.
All right, so good evening, everyone. Good evening, Mr. Peter. I'll go straight to the point. Now, we did very well during the last election. We surprised everybody's past expectations. And then, to an extent, we built structures, right? So, I've noticed a trend recently, and that happened immediately during after the general election. There is a targeted effort, organized effort to crumble those structures that we labored so hard to build, using the tool of tribalism and religion. So I would like us, and this will also help us here. I would like us to just create activities, organize activities that will help us heal, that will foster unity on the side of tribe and also in religion. That's all I have to say. Good evening once again, everyone. Good evening, Mr. Peter.
Thank you. Comment.
All right, Big Joe, please come in right now. Please, guys, one more time. Please raise your hands if you're up on the speaker section, please, so we can take you up if you want to speak, please. Thank you, guys. Big Joe, please come in right now. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Saddam, and good evening, His Excellency Peter Obi. Thank you very much for making out time to join us. I will try to make it very quick. I have a question, I have a comment, and then I have a plea. So I will start with a plea, right? And then the comment, and then a question. The plea goes thus. Anyone who knows me that I have continued to advocate strongly and passionately for this structure since after the last elections, because I know there is no politics, there is no winning elections without structures. You could do very well, but the system to ensure that this victory will be protected can only be possible with structures. And that's why I'm very happy that His Excellency finally is giving a nod in this direction. Thank you very much, sir. So I will appeal with all the comrades and obedience on this platform, outside the platform, that please, let's not be very pushful to say we must lead. Put ourselves as servants. Let's put ourselves as workers. Let's imagine that this is something that we are all hands that are in a farm that promises a very bumper harvest. The idea is whatever role, whatever responsibility, whatever skill set you bring, put it to the grind mill, put the nose to the grind mill. And I completely appeal that we should not, for desperation to try to be at the center of affairs, disrupt this very good initiative. I appeal to everyone, please take on the role to serve at every level that you will be appointed or assigned to. It's an appeal to obedience everywhere across the world. Because I know sometimes egos rub off each and then they're just looking a bit into the future. That's my appeal. The comment I would want to make is two things. Number one is, let's power this structure with very solid IT architecture. Most of the voters that our target come 2027, people who are probably about to get into university, young people who are about to write beyond database that can be referred to before, during, and after elections. So IT infrastructure, the strength of it is one very strong recommendation that I would make. And one other recommendation which I've discussed with a couple, if we start to coordinate from Abuja and regions, and we're not doing anything at the grassroots, the impact will not be felt. The results will never come. If the results have come, let's dedicate most of our people, the foot soldiers, to become more active at their ward level, at their subunit level, at their local government level, before you start to talk of state responsibilities. In fact, anybody who wants to help this structure should think of how you help this structure from your ward level, from your unit level, from your local government, before your state level. Let's decluster the center. I hope this becomes the mindset that we go into this structure with. Let's declutter the center. Let's empower the grassroots. Let's do more at the subnational, at the local government, and at the world level. This is my second comment. Then the question that I do have, Your Excellency, is that there is a big elephant in the room. And the elephant is how we're going to manage the position of this structure vis-a-vis the Labour Party, which was the plan on which you ran presidency the last time. I know you may not it to give us crystal clear terms
I've
how
lost
you
you.
want us to operation.
Big
Okay.
Joe, we lost that question.
Can you
Please,
hear
if
me,
you
sir?
could ask it again, please.
Okay, so the question
We
is
can hear you,
the
Victor.
the platform.
Under.
Sorry, I'm on a train, so it's a bit shaky sometimes.
Okay.
Okay, so the platform on which you ran for the presidency in 2023. It away. The question is, I don't want that answer tonight, but in the life in the early stages of the formation of this structure, it would be great, sir, if you could give us clearly what you expect us to do in alliance or in difference with the labor structures that are existing in various local, running in parallel. Will it be dissociated? That has to be clarified at the very early stages of the structure so that people are, and as we go ahead, we know that we can start off very effectively and then be able to reach the targets that we expect. So this is the question I do have. Or how are we going?
Okay. Thank you very much. I don't think since you said you don't expect the answer tonight, I'll also keep the answer. Hello?
Fair enough, sir. Fair enough.
Okay, for me, but what I can tell you is that I share what you're saying and I listen to what you're saying. The reality is that decision is not just for me, it is for all of us. That's why I said we have to do things now simultaneously where we are and know how we are going to proceed as we go along. The reason I'm saying this is that we waited this long for things to sort itself a bit out before we proceed. And I listened to what you said about us ensuring that this thing will be driven by grassroots. It is not going to be driven by people at the center. Just like I listened to the last speaker who talked about issues of tribalism, religion, and everything. And that's why we're coming up so that people see the tribal group, a religious group, campaign, and one man who voted, let nobody vote for me because of nobody vote for me because of religion. Vote for me because, as I continue to say, I will start driving this car on the right route. I will start going the right road. I will put it on the right trajectory. That country I visited, and ours cannot be different. So thank you for your comment.
Thank you very much, His Excellency. Thank you for the response, sir.
All right, thank you very much, Sir Big Joe. Thank you. Let's run up real quick, Mr. Ibrahim. You want to come in right now, please, guys? Please let's do justice to this space and for the time we have here. Please, we have over 100 requests of people that want to come up here and ask questions or speak. So please, if you find yourself up here, and also maybe many of you have been given the mic, please, if you're listening, please check up whether you've been called up so you can just see. Just please do us the honors of raising up your hands so when you're ready to speak. If you're not ready to speak, we can always bring you down and bring you back up for other people to please come up and ask questions. So please, guys, very, very important. Mr. Ibrahim, if you're there, you can please ask your question real quick. Then I'll come to you, Tunde.
Okay, so thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for having me. Thank you, Excellency, for always giving us your time to keep asking you how we are going to build a new Nigeria that our dream. I came in a little bit late, but I have heard some of what other people are saying. And I so much believe that when you want to set up something that will work, I think it's good that we brought it here. Everybody has listened. And from the conversation, I already understand that a small number of people are supposed to put themselves in a small area or a small place to come up with the modalities of how we're going to do it. Because I think if you listen to the news today, I think the Labour leadership were not too helpful. The kind of words they send out, I think it's really very painful. I think people that are very close to into the affairs of the party they can sanction you. They are talking to Mr. Oti, and I think some of the newspapers has carried it clearly that Labour Party wants Governor Oti. That's some of the headlines that we are going to see tomorrow. Now, we are going to not go into the Sra party because it's a party that we, the people around here, we built. They want to register. Where are they going to register? But the crisis is still holding people back. I think it's something that at least when the small group that you are going to select that will sit down, I think it's going to be very easy for us to start to write up something that can help us to organize these people. People want to contest on this platform, which is going to give us a structure, and people that want to really work in different groups that have been meeting, sending requests to almost everyone of us here. So notwithstanding, we really need the party because the party is the vehicle. And I think God has given our chairman, Mr. Abue, the greatest gift for him to show big heart, to see things beyond himself, to see that, okay, if I relinquish this position, for example, this can give out a new Nigeria, then my name will be written in gold in the next 100, 200 years. He is doing it for himself, for his children and grandchildren. I don't know who behind the scene. He cannot see this unveil what is covering him to see this. Because if it is me, I think it's the greatest opportunity for anybody to step aside or to step down or to organize a unity, what they call it, unity convention that will usher in a new Nigeria. I think that's the greatest opportunity given to any other person. Look at after many years of military, people have been abusing the military. People have fought the military for democracy. But when Abdul Salam came, what he did, he just gave room for us to have this democracy, and he now becomes a champion. He can go anywhere. He can visit anybody. He can be a superstar. People snapping picture with him. Everybody. Just what he has not done anything. He just have a transition for us to have the democracy. So I think this is the greatest opportunity. But maybe the people that are listening to me, the people that are close to our chairman Aburi, let him see the bigger picture. Nobody is coming to take away any position from him. What we just want is we want something that can bring that new Nigeria that all of us hoping. And we see this Labour Party, and we see this Labour movement, and we see the people around the Obedient and other groups that are coming. If we can really enhance this party, given the structure that we need, because we know we won the election in 2023. It's just that we don't have the structure to fight it. So I think as today from the Labour Party, what and force a convention that is going to unify the party and give us a platform.
Sir Ibrahim, thank you.
Well,
Thank you very
Ibrahim,
much.
thank you for your comments. But you know,
at least,
this night
you made it very clear that you came in late into this conversation.
Dr. Mo, can you hear me?
Even though what you said is something.
Mr. Peter, can you hear me?
yes, I can.
Please respond to Ibrahim.
But like I said, what we're here is to gradually talk about issue of the obedient movement. For what you have said, all I can tell is, hold on. We will all be seeing things as they go in future. You know, In my little experience in life, I've learned one thing: there's virtue in patience, there's virtue in exhausting reason, there's virtue when people tell you you're weak, when you know that you're strong, or you can, So for me, just hold on. The party will have its own situation, which I think a series of commissioners who are commenting about OT and everything. If you read the OT is among them and his deputy. Unfortunately, most of us don't read the Constitution. That's why they always talk about me. If I follow everything according to the rules, where I'm going to go against it, I have to give convincing, cogent and convincing reason why I'm going to do that. So I listened to what you said, and I can only say, sorry. It's the only issues we're going to be taking in the coming days and weeks.
Sorry if I killed your name, but please, you have the space. 2 minutes, please. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Emir Saddam. Thank you, Peter Obi, for indulging us on this space. So I don't know, I just joined the space. I hope nobody has asked this question. Ask Peter Obi if or what he thinks about that. What do you think about the End Bad Governance protesters? Okay, I have 2 questions. What do you think about the End Bad Governance protesters and the ones that have been detained for 60 days and all the rest? And about PDOM and the other journalists? I already know you already spoke about the other journalists today. And lastly, what do you think about the future protests of October? What do you think about all the protests, and what do you think can be done? What do you think is the right approach to tackle this particular government in power because of all the bad news we've been hearing from them and how they're not like doing the right thing in office? So thank you. Those are my questions.
Well, mine is very simple, and I've always said it. Citizens must always hold their government accountable. And when I talk about citizens, it's going to be everybody. It is not left for, say, Peter Obi, anybody to hold government accountable. I'm doing my own as much as I can. And I'm sure that no other opposition is doing what I'm doing in terms of being engaged, moving around, and everything. That is why even when people say, oh, maybe it's this or it's this, I laugh, because those who are saying it have invited at least 6 and say, I want you to go from where to here to me. Call when somebody said something, and I said, we are going to Osun State tomorrow, and I want you to join me. He said, when are we leaving? I said, well, just 4:35 a.m. He said, no, why don't we stay up to 10? Peter, is it not possible to do this? Before the man wake up, I was already in Osogbo. But when you're doing it, people who stay somewhere, probably eating shrimps and good food, are busy saying, oh, this man is not this. They forgot that I went to build in Southern Borno. They forgot that I went to Katangu in Southern Gombe. And on, difficult place to campaign. And I still go to those. More would tell you, I left Kogi, 7 p.m., not seen anywhere on the road to sleep. And many people insisted we sleep with them, and I said, I'm going to Enugu. So when you do all that, people don't, all of us needs to engage them. It is not about me. It is about all of us collectively. If you look at what government is doing to the big and famous today in Nigeria, if you look at what they are doing to people who speak, just imagine what I'm going through. Just imagine it. So it's easier for people to go on and say, I comment on issues like you see me with first thing I do when I get any news, like the one I did this morning. I was traveling in America. I didn't know when I get news. All I do is to take 24 hours to analyze what happened and what is happening, and I make comments. But I really make comments on anything, and I support all peaceful, legal comments, agitation. And when I was campaigning, I said it. I would talk with every protester. All I need to do is say the reason why you're protesting. Tell us why you're agitating. Don't just say for the sake of it. There's world governance. No. If you see my Twitter, the things why that's why I go and do the research, have everything, so that when it is verified, people can see. Even if it's somebody who made the statement, yes, I can now do so on another person's statement. And usually, those who come close to me will ask me, oh, this is this, this is this, this is this. And most of you who are in this space do that. Then they tell me, oh, you haven't commented on this, you haven't commented on this. I'm looking at it, and I will eventually comment and send them back and say I've commented on it. But thank you. I urge you to continue. If there's any place I'm not doing well, please correct me.
All right, thank you very much, sir. Thank you. Let's just run real quick with the, as we said earlier on, this is not the conventional media P2B media space. This is many people have come in, probably they came in late and they missed the memo. It's actually an active citizen engagement with Mr. PO on his intentions to build a structure. So
yes,
we have diverted from that call, and it's going all different angles right now, but that's expected. So please, as we said earlier, if you can look up on the Jumbotron, you will see a tweet up there where you can share your thoughts, your ideas. If you have any idea about what you think the structure should look like, please, you can share through that link that will be available for the next 48 hours. So I'm going to run real quick to the remaining speakers right now. Let's just take everybody up here. Then we'll call it a day. I think we'll start from Magnific Good. Big Mac, good evening. You have the space in 2 minutes, sir.
Good afternoon from my end. Saddam, thank you very much. Dr. Mo, Auntie Bolanle, and all the Biden family in the house. Thank you guys for making this happen. Before I go further, please, I would like for us to have a 1 minute silence for one of us that passed on. It was unobedient to the call. I think it deserves our last respect. So please, let's give Peter his better a 1 minute silence. Thank you, guys. Okay, thank you, everybody. I appreciate that.
May his soul and souls of all the faithful departed, through the mercy of Lord, rest in peace.
Amen. Amen, sir. Your Excellency, thank you so very much. Thank you for all the sacrifice. Thank you for everything that you've done in the past years. I personally, I just can't thank you enough, because to be honest, I mean, you could as well just be sitting in your house in Nigeria and don't care, just like most people do. So I sincerely appreciate you. And that is why I mean, for everybody that knows me, I would forever be grateful. I will forever be with you because I know you're charting a new course for Nigerians yet unborn. This sacrifice is enormous, but God bless you, sir. Um, Concerning this structure, I was not here when you started or when you were giving your submission. I've always said this: until you're ready, the obedience structure cannot be built by any one of us until you are ready. And I'm glad you've decided to take it upon yourself, and I believe you will follow it to the Lord. But here is my plea to you, and please, please, and please, I would beg you, sir, with everything I hold sacred, this structure would form, this structure would be solid, this structure would stand the test of time, and this structure would live beyond you and I and every other obedient if we put our heart to build it. We've started. I am from Edo State. I am putting everything I can to make sure we win Edo State. Our candidate is a credible candidate, is compassionate, he has the character, and he has the capacity. Your Excellency, please, we have one in Abia State. Enugu State slipped by us. We can't afford to let Edo State go by. So please, my plea to you is give us a week in Edo State. We are planning a
So
1 minute.
we are planning something for Edo.
Okay,
It is the candidate who will direct us.
Okay.
I assure you, we will be part of it. We're waiting for him. He says you even more will tell you that we're waiting for him.
Okay. I know, and I've spoken to Mo, and he knows how I bug him every time.
It's good. It's good. It's good. It's good. It's good. Is that let's after this we'll follow it up.
Okay, sir. I would yield for now, and I will follow it up. I would get across to you, and I would not let you rest. I am being
No, don't.
I will not let you rest. Your Excellency, I mean, I have never asked for anything from you. And this one, I would ask till I see the result. I am being
No
honest.
problem.
This is part of the structure building, and it will outlive everybody. So thank you, Your Excellency. God bless you, and may God continue to give you the wisdom to live. Thank you, everybody, and bye for now.
Thank you very much, big
my
man.
brother.
Thank you very much.
God bless you, man.
Thank you, bro. Thank you very much. Thank you. All right, let's go real quick. Wendy, please, guys, if you're up here, you want to ask a question, please, the answer should be up. Please, we are way above time and we want to make sure we bring as much people up as possible. Wendy, please, you have the space in 2 minutes. Thank you. Wendy, can you hear me? Wendy. All right, let's run to Tunde. Tunde, thank you. 2 minutes, please.
Yes, good evening, and thank you for this uh, opportunity to be on the space. I want to really appreciate His Excellency Mr. Peter Obi for the sacrifice and making himself available, to Nigerians, especially at this critical time period of our national life. I have carefully listened to everyone who has contributed before me, and I really appreciate their contributions. And of course, let me also use this opportunity to appreciate the organizers of the space. You are doing a wonderful job that God will continue to strengthen you. The last election, something happened. We all, most people, most Nigerians will tell you, oh, yeah, we have a president, then Mr. Peter Obi, of course, we all know how it went. But something happened, something significant happened. There had never been anything like it in the history of our elections. There has not been anything like it in the history of our country as a people, that the whole country will rally around one candidate. It has never happened. And it wasn't because of the party upon which this candidate actually contested. It was because of his personality. It was because of the transparency. It was because of the trust that the whole country, from the 6 regions of the country, have in him. And when I heard someone talk about what's it called, Labour Party and all party. We are not center around what will be the mission and the vision of the structure that we are talking about. Because we can't just be having conversations about what we need to the issues. Tribe, no religion. So everyone is we should be discussing issues around institutional strengthening.
Sorry, Tunde, can you hear Madam Bolanle?
For long, we're trying to wrap up this.
Decentralization. These are issues. Even the sustained pressure, because there is no part of our constitution that says we cannot protest as citizens. So we need to maintain consistent pressure with these issues, we'll be able to actually determine what will be the mission and the vision of the structure. These are
the space.
Wasn't there when he spoke, but from what I'm getting, Jack mentioned we need to have an obedient national convention. I think that's long overdue. It is something that would aid and help the movement move stronger. And another thing I wanted to talk about was mentorship. Young leaders, a lot of us here are young. We're looking to be mentored. So if we could include a little bit of mentorship into our program, it could be an annual mentorship program for maybe 2 months to 4 months. I think that would help for young leaders like some of us are coming up. If His Excellency and some other people can mentor.
That also, so I'll just run real quick to our last speaker for tonight, Idan. Idan,
Yeah,
please.
yes. Good evening, everybody. Good evening, Mr. Peter Obi. I'll be very short. I appreciate all conversation with everybody on my social media, and then including my family, that they had to ask me if I have been given money by Labour Party. But I really believed in you because I served in Rivers State. When building the structures also, please, we need lawyers that are going to be available to get people out from the country. But we need people to be able to know that, oh, this person have been arrested in social places, and then we have people but and or getting locked up. And thanks Kiss also for lending a voice, because I sent out a tweet and some people were castigating me that why am I coming Peter Obi? Is Peter Obi that chief for me to just I was not commanding His Excellency. So
take our last speaker, Pearls, please, you have the space in 2 minutes. Thank you.
Okay. Good evening, Your Excellency, and good evening, the organizers of this space, and good evening. I just want to say, sometimes we as human beings, we expect a leader who we look up to react to things at the heat of the moment. But, being observe and investigate things before he reacts. Thank you very much, sir, for that. Even though so many of us do not believe in the court system, but at least let them charge him to court. Having said that, I would like to just round up by urging every obedient on this space here today. I know that sometimes the energy level might be quite low as it is right now, but I'd like for us to keep it be easy considering the situation we find ourselves in right now in our nation. We did not sign up for this obedience. We did not sign up for this. No, we did not sign up for this. We knew who the right candidate was and is, and good governance. Let's look out for one another. Let's all look out for one another. The times are evil. The government of the day does not care about anybody. We have ourselves. We one another and love each other. And there are ways, even small ways, we can reach out to other people. But even with words of encouragement alone, we can look out for one another and keep everybody on path for the new Nigeria, which we all are looking forward to. For instance, tomorrow is my family members and friends who want to celebrate with me, but I follow the path of our leader here, who usually urge people to donate whatever they want to give him for his birthday. Pictures already of where they've done donations, even to charitable causes and all over. And I personally will also visit an orphanage and IDP tomorrow, to donate relief materials to them. These are little ways in which we can reach out to people in the society while we also demand for good governance from the government of the day.
Thank you so much. Happy birthday for tomorrow. Hope you have a wonderful day. We're wrapping up the space now. In the coming days and weeks to come, we'll be reaching out to people on an incremental level. So if you haven't heard anything this week, doesn't mean that we have forgotten about you. It's not the case. As you know, we have a huge movement and we have to do it in phases. So if you just look out, watch out. So when it comes to, like, for example, nominations for your local area, they're coming to you because we don't know about everyone's local area. So we would be coming to you for suggestions and we will look at those people. So it's a long process, but we're going to try and do it as quickly as possible. But again, it's about those putting those building blocks in place, right, one after the other. Hoping for. I'm going to hand back to Saddam, who would then ask Pio for his last remarks, and then we would wrap up the space. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Monali. Thank you, guys. Please, I just request we can't bring up more speakers, but please, up on the Jumbotron there, there's a link where that will be up for the next 48 hours. You can go plan that you already built towards this structure, because I think this structural conversation have been going on for a very long period of time, and many people have already there are many people that have been doing things on their own. So please, it's that time for us to consolidate. You can just go up there and share your ideas. You'll be reached out to by the team, definitely, to make sure that we get more from you. But please, this link will be up for the next 48 hours, and that's why this has to be a very open one for everybody to come in and share your thoughts with His Excellency. So I'm going to pass the mic right now to His Excellency. Thank you to everyone. Final word and final thoughts, and also please remind you guys that this is not Peter Obi's media space. Don't forget that. It's very important to know that this is not his media space. This is just an engagement on what is coming up with the structure. But let me pass the mic to him to better on that. Mr. Peter, please answer. Thank you.
Thank you. Can you hear me?
Loud and clear, sir. Go on.
Okay, all I'll say again is thank you for sacrifice. Thank you, and I thank the person who mentioned